Um, Obviously, we're very happy with the result. I thought we started maybe a little slow at that first, and it was a little the game, getting coming out of the that first penalty situation where they scored, and just getting back on track. But once we were able to kind of weather that and get our feet underneath us, I thought we played well, obviously, in the first quarter. Able to possess the ball, get a lot of shots. We talk about all the time being in the right place, doing the right thing, regardless of who we're playing. We want to get better no matter what the team is that we're facing that day. And, I thought we did some good things offensively. Obviously, they didn't have the ball a lot. Our defense didn't see a lot of time, but I thought we did some good things, and our man up, was 50% today, and that's where that's a work in progress for us. So I was happy with those two things, and our face-off play was outstanding today. That was obviously, it's hard to win games when you don't have the ball if you're another team, and so I was happy with that. So.
Let's direct all questions first. Let's do that. I'll start first. First possession for Neumann. John, talk about what happened on defense.
It was a man-up goal that they got. I guess we weren't really expecting it. It's actually on me. I probably should have slid down a little lower, and they probably wouldn't have got it if I did that. But we gave them one. It was a cheap one. We picked it up after that.
Steve, I noticed that ball possession was a big part on your play today. How are you geared towards contributing that towards tougher teams such as Roanoke?
We don't change what we want to do, and so we have to work regardless of if it's Roanoke or Neumann or anyone in between, and that's the thing that we need to do. Our guys know that we can be pretty good when we want to be, and we know that if we do the right thing with the ball, but we have to get better. For us to be the best possible team we can be for the Roanoke game, which is in 10 days from now or what have you, we have to play well today, and if you take that mentality, if I come to this game and say, hey, we're probably outmanned Neumann, we have a lot of talent, we have returning All-Americans, they don't, we lose an opportunity to get better and put ourselves in a chance to be in the best possible team we can be come Roanoke game. And so that's the challenge we face, and we know that, and these guys know that, and so it's a unique challenge to our program, but it's one we accept. And but ball possession is key in our sport. You can score it when you have it, and they can't. And so we really work on that a lot.
Do you feel, since you guys normally beat your conference teams by so much, that today or other conference teams you do go out a little softer? It just kind of showed because they did score first today. Do you feel that you take it easier because you guys win so often and by so much? Sophie, if you want to answer it.
Well, sometimes it is tough, but we want to come out and work on us, Each and every game we have to come out and get better and build off the positives. We had a lot of guys today coming out and scoring goals, so that was good. And we just need to keep that up.
It's tough to stay focused when the score's 13-1 at halftime and 20-3 at one point. Is it tough to stay focused on the sidelines and even on the field?
Not in a sense. When you're on the field, I like to think that everyone's head's in the game. But today, we were putting up goals and we were doing what we needed to do. So I think we were there, all there.
And listen, we know what it's like to be on the other end. We lost a game last year to Roanoke, 21-7. And these guys were on that field and they know what it was like. And I was on that sideline coaching, so we know what it's like. You don't want to embarrass anyone. You want to play hard. And the way we do that is we focus on us. We just talk about us, and we don't talk about anyone else or what they're doing. We really worry about us, and if we keep that mentality, I think that it's easy for us to keep our heads on straight.
Do you have a question? Coach Golfer, talk about how it makes things easier when you're that successful inside the face-off circle.
Face-offs and goalie play are two of the most important positions on the field. If you can control the ball in the face-off circle with good face-off play, good wing play, athletes on the wing, and you have a strong goal, you'll be in a lot of games. You'll be in a lot of games. And so we're fortunate that we are pretty deep at the face-off position. And today that was key. It's not only the guy actually taking the draw, but the wing guys. they're important too, and I thought we played well there today, and obviously that statistic really influenced the final score of the game, and will do so in even close games. So.
Sure. How do you feel about the way the second string played?
I feel good. I mean, I think that their mentality, and we try to coach them. Don't play because of the score. If you're not a starter but you want to be, or you're a third line guy who wants to be a second line guy, or go out there and give us maximum effort so we can assess you. I know we don't stop coaching them. We don't stop assessing them. And I think sometimes, human nature is go in, they know the game's in hand, and not to give maximum effort, and that's a mistake. And we try to coach young guys, especially through that, to go out and give maximum effort, because that's how minutes increase, and that's how you go from third line to second line to first line. And so I thought they played well, and I thought they did the right things. They shared the ball, they rode hard, and they did some things that little things that may not get on the stat sheet, but that are noticeable to the coaching staff, and that's an important thing for our development as a team.
John, as a leader on this team this year, how important is it for you as a player when you're talking with other teammates that they're staying involved and playing in games like this?
That's one of the most important parts. Like Coach was saying, our guys, we don't have first, second. It can change every week. One guy could be second one week, and if he has a good week of practice, we'll bump him up on the first and play him. And just try to make sure everyone's confident. That's the most important thing going in, I think. As long as everyone has that confidence that they can do it and they don't look at themselves as a second liner, then everything works out for them in the end.
Coach, back on the offensive side of the ball, talk a little bit about the development of some of the younger guys, specifically Jeff Crosby and Bobby Thorpe.
Yeah, I mean, those are the next, the next wave of guys after, the juniors and seniors, our freshmen and sophomore, Jeff, Bobby, Matt. You look at there, statistically, Pete got a goal. Brandon Dunn's a sophomore, and so those guys are first-year, second-year players for us that we're excited about, and they're getting better. We've moved the pieces around the board a little bit, offensively, and I think it's made us more balanced. I think it's made us more dangerous, and we want to be the best possible team we can be come mid-May, and that's what we're working towards. So the young guys are going to be key to that. They really have started, are scoring the ball. I think hopefully, like John said, about being confident, know your role, but be willing to expand that role based on the situation or just having a good day. So, yeah, those guys are instrumental today and will be going forward for us to be a team that's going to be a tough out in any tournament we play in. So.
How does it feel as a coach that I read here that now he's only 4 goals away from his 100 goals, but I noticed today that he had 4 assists and only 1 goal. How does that make you feel that he's really being a true team player? He's not going for the 100 goals.
As a coach, I feel great about that. I mean, obviously, he draws a lot of attention defensively. He's going to get the other team's top defensive player every time we play them. So by occupying him, it allows other guys, if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, moving and receiving the ball and finishing the ball. And so, points, goals as good as an assist to me, and so having 5 points on the day is an outstanding day. Yeah, I mean, I know he wants to obviously get to 100 goals. Who wouldn't? It's a proud accomplishment. I think he would be the 5th player in our program history to do that, and he'll get there, obviously. But I'm sure he'd like to pile up as many assists as possible, too. That just shows his balance and his ability.
Kind of an unfamiliar opponent on Saturday. Talk a little bit about Whittier.
The good news is they've come into Philadelphia for a couple games here, so we've seen them. We scouted them on Saturday. We saw them last night. We'll see them again tomorrow night. So we're getting familiar with them pretty quickly. But they're a team that was in the NCAA tournament. I think they were a Final Four or Final 8 team probably 3-4 years ago, maybe a little bit further than that. They got some good players. So for us, I like it as a coach to play against a program that we haven't seen, give us a little different style and so forth, and they haven't seen us. So I'm excited about it. I'm sure our kids will be excited about it. And we'll have a good plan ready to go tomorrow on Friday in practice and get after it on Saturday.
Any more questions, guys?
Yeah, obviously you want to get wins
you know, you don't want to look too far down the road, but we know that they're a good team, and they're out there, and you know, we didn't have a good result against them, but you got to be careful. That's a slippery slope if you start to go down there. You start to forget the things that you need to do to get you there. So, as a coach, that's our coaching staff. We'll look at that. And we'll start to put things in place, but our focus and our room focus will be on Whittier, you know, and we'll worry about Whittier for now, and we'll start to prepare and get ready for the Roanoke game down the road. We'll do that, but you know, we want to not look too far down the road. We want to take care of Whittier first.
Anything else? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.